So AJ, thanks for your time today. What are the three main points that you're standing on?
For me, it's fairly simple actually. Climate change is going to touch everything we do from now into the future, in fact the recent past. I think that has to be an underpinning concern for every policy. Certainly an economic transition to a higher value, lower impact economy is key for me. And certainly an economy that works for everyone, so a focus on making sure that community services and amenity are right, so that we're all benefiting from when we're doing well and we're all pulling together when things are a bit slow.
Now in terms of the airport, that's probably the biggest issue at the moment. Where do you stand on airport expansion?
I think the critical thing to understand about the airport is that it's not just a company that's owned by council. As a CCTO, and I know this is a bit getting into the weeds, but as a CCTO it actually has a legal responsibility to pay attention to the needs of the community, particularly environmental and social, and to take on board community objectives as its own. Now, if it hasn't been doing that over recent years, that's really been the ball dropping at the airport, and if the council hasn't been holding them to that over recent years, that's really the ball being dropped at council.
So in terms of growth in a wider sense, where do you think we should be heading?
I think the thing about growth is that it's really, you need to take a step back from almost the term and think about the demand. We can use that demand to accomplish some incredible things. Just unconstrained growth is not one of them, but using that demand to climb up the ladder to higher value, to higher returns, to lower impacts, to an improved and enhanced system overall, that's one of our key assets.
Do you think tourism should remain as our primary industry?
I know it should. I think it's inevitable that a species of tourism will continue to be a key economic element for this district. I have no problem with that so long as we're doing it right, so long as we're doing it in a way that serves the entire community, is more contributive than extractive.
And finally, a two-part question. Tell us a little bit about your own background, and also tell us what makes you feel emotional about living in this part of New Zealand.
Well, my own background has many stepping stones. So I'm an astrophysicist originally, came out of Invercargill, so this has been the place where I've sort of grown up on every sunny day, every long weekend. But then I took off overseas for work and study, as not too uncommon. Undergraduate work out of Canterbury, postgrad overseas. Went to DC to work in the DC circuit, coming back to climate change, because climate change motivated me to get out of the observatory and into doing things for the people. I came back here slightly accidentally. Half my stuff is still in storage outside Houston. But I guess the thing was, this place just, as soon as you engage with it, just strikes you over the head as being something special. You can't get away from that. Obviously the terrain, obviously the landscape, but what really enthuses me about this place is the people and the community in it. You put half a good idea out there and suddenly you're surrounded by folks who want to help you make it succeed. You know, because everybody has opted to be here, because it's not an accident that you're here, the incredible community spirit is unparalleled. And that just makes me incredibly enthusiastic. Luma weekend, you see the crowds all responding, you see all the people coming along and having a great time with the families, and I just walk around with a dopey grin on my face, just enjoying watching people enjoy themselves.